Hey Juliet, it's me again. Wanted to talk to you about "Come Ye Sinners," and it's another one of these songs that it could be difficult and it's got some weird chord names, but it's actually easier than it looks, and I will hopefully be able to show you how to do that. So, again, to use familiar shapes, we're going to keep it all the way up here at the seventh fret. um, and if you've been working on any of your note learning or anything, with the low E string being E, F sharp, G to A. So this is B. So the low E string is B. So where you see a B minor, if you play an E minor shape, again, you could play the E minor shapes. You slide them all the way up to B, and that same shape you were using becomes a B minor. And that's, I think, one of the things I'll go over here with you, because again, we'll be using shapes that you know, and at the same time, I would just maybe encourage you to stay away from playing the bottom string, and that'll make these chords a little bit easier. But if you hit it, it's not a bad thing. It's just that some of the voicings are a little bit more extended, maybe than I'll be showing you, and than I'll be even doing. So we'll just kind of stay out of the piano's way that way. And if you need to, I'll say the chord names, and I will show you the shape. So, and I'll tell you the shape. So if you need to say, scribble on there and write the chord shape next to the actual chord or in place of the actual chord, we can do that here now. And then you'll have it, and you'll note instead of B minor, D major 9 and E7, you can play an E minor, a G, and an A7. Okay, I'll quickly go back over that. So the whole thing starts with a B minor, and I think the acoustic guitar is out for the first verse, and then comes in on verse 2 in measure 15. So that's a B minor 7, which is, if you're writing it down, the E minor 7 shape. Okay, and then it goes after two measures to the D major 9, and again, if we're capoed here, the G shape is the analogy to the D major 9 in this case. So really all you need to do is kind of play the first 5 strings and skip that one, because it goes to a weird place. It's more like that or something for the major 9. So just play an E minor, then where it says D major 9, play a G, and then where it says on measure 19, E7 sus, if you play an A shape, so however you play your A, the sus is just raising the B string up 1. But if you don't play the B string, it's okay. And then E7 comes back to it. Now the 7, you leave the G string open if you can. When you're playing the A shape, in this case, you would lift your ring finger. In this case, if you're playing it this way, you would lift your middle finger. I play it like this, where I put my middle finger on the D string, open G string, and I put my ring finger up here underneath it, same fret, on the B string. So in that case, I can actually do that, or I can put my pinky down to get the sus and then back to the 7. Up to you. If you just want to play an A shape, however you do it, we'll get by. Okay? No pressure, no worries. All right. Then it says G major 9. In this case, that is a C chord, because this is our G note on the A string. Now, to get full effect, if you want just lift up this finger, both these fingers, and just sort of play that. So you're playing these two fingers from a C chord, or if you play the C chord like this, you can kind of get away with that. If you're used to playing that C chord, just pick these up. Okay, you get that more jazzy feel. Okay, and then you'll see E minor 7 on measure 23. So that is going to be back to A, because we know the E7 was an A shape. Now the E minor 7 is just an A minor shape, or an A minor 7 shape. Whichever one you are comfortable with, go with it. It's fine. Back to D major 7, which is a G chord. Okay, so if you're writing it down, G chord. Now the only other, well, for the most part, the only other chord we're going to encounter is the A at measure 25, and in this case, your D chord is the A. Okay, then you can just play a D chord and count the notes up, and you'll finally end up there. And you'll realize it's an A. So basically, again, we're playing E minor, G, C, D with an A in there. An A shape, which in this case is an E7. Okay. Now, there is one in here called the D over F sharp, which normally would be way down here. With the capo on, we can't achieve that, of course. As you may or may not know, and sorry if I'm not trying to talk over your head or under your head, I'm just trying to communicate best I can without talking directly to you. But right here, so as we know, this is our G chord equals a D natural sound. So D over F sharp would be the same as if we were doing a G over B down here. Okay, which is taking our G chord and inverting it so that the B is in the bass. Okay, so if we slide that way up here, so where our D note is, this is our D chord. Capo will come back in a second. This right here is the F sharp note. So this chord in our G shape, capo 7, G, I'm sorry, D over F sharp. So again, pretty familiar. You could also think of it as playing an E minor without sounding the top string. And then back to that G major 7. I hope, let me just change the page on the old PDF here. Okay. That is all the chords in the song. So if you need to go and transpose those, just knock them down, and then message back, or have your mom message me back, or whatever, as far as whether you need me to play through the song, any other questions you have, happy to answer them. I think that's it. There's a little walk up there. I would just, on measure 48, just skip it. Find the B minor and then jump to the E minor 7 and you're fine. It'd be good. All right. I think that is everything.